Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And in the previous part we beat Misty and we got our second gym badge. We also beat up all these assholes and got past Nugget Bridge. So now in this part what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading off to fight more trainers. We're going to be heading through Route 25 and we're going to be fighting some trainers and we're going to be and we're going to be meeting up with Bill. And Psyduck. Hi, Psyduck. X Special Defense. I think that's a temporary item. I cut there because I fought some Pokemon, which you don't need to look at. But X Special Defense just increase. I think it's just like a single-use item. Like it increases your one Pokemon's special defense. I think it's a permanent upgrade. I don't think it's like a temporary thing. I don't think there's anything like that in Pokemon. Diglett. One of the few ground type Pokemon that I've actually used in my Pokemon playing history. He's absolutely adorable. Look at that nose. It's kind of interesting because originally I thought it was like a mouth with a single tooth when it was in the original sprite, but it's meant to be just a big pink nose. I love his redesign, by the way, in Sun and Moon when you've got like the Alolan form of him, because he just looks so awesome. Like his Diglett's like got one strand of hair, and then when he evolves into Dugtrio, is like they all look like Hanson. But yeah, Diglett's a pretty good Pokemon, and fuck you, Sand Attack. Sand Attack was even worse in Gen 1. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's happening now. I hate it. Just stops you from being able to do shit. Sends you actually down to shit if you get hit by a few. But fortunately, we got put through with Confusion, which I didn't know it had. Because I never bothered to check what moves it had. Because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, Diglett's a pretty good Pokemon. Can take the hits, learns Dig. Pretty powerful move. He's a pretty decent Pokemon, but especially in Gen 1. But I don't really use them all that much, just because I don't. There are other Pokemon which do the job that I would use him for, basically the tank. There are other Pokemon which do that job a lot better. Hi Knob, how are you? We've already seen Geodude, so I can't have picked it for a Geodude. Let's see. Pikachu, shoot the water sprinkler system. Oh no, we're not in Brock's gym. Gonna need my Oddish. Go do it. Go on, kick his ass. I think I use. What do I use? It's kind of interesting because Razor Leaf I always remember in Gen 1 working a hell of a lot better than like the Absorb moves. Like Absorb and like Mega Drain and stuff like that. But in this version, fucking hell. Mega Drain is in particular, now I've got Mega Drain, that's particularly, that does a fuck ton of damage. It's really handy. And it restores your health, which is nice. But this is why we're having a look at him. We've got a Machop. Fighting type, I believe. He's a Machop and Machoke. They're pretty decent. I've never used one, really. I've just never felt the need. Because if I was going to use a fighting type, I'd use, Primeape or one of the ones you can get later on, Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. So yeah, the Machop line I just never really used. Yeah, I've just never been interested in using Machop at any point. But he's a pretty decent heavy hitter. Hits pretty hard, defense is pretty decent. So yeah, he's okay. Just not one I chose to use. Kelsey. And she's got a Goldeen. Again, they're just better water types for me, like Vaporeon, Blastoise. The one I'm going to be using in this playthrough, Gyarados. But to be fair, Goldeen's evolved form Seaking is actually a pretty good water type to use. You know, pretty quick, and also does pretty decent damage. So, and Thunderbolt, yes, we're gonna get rid of Thunder Wave, and we're gonna use Thunderbolt, which is a fucking amazing move. I think it's better than because the most powerful electric move you can use is is Thunder. I think that Thunderbolt is just better because it's not significantly less powerful, and it has 100% accuracy as opposed to Thunder, which is only 70% accuracy. So Thunderbolt's a really fucking good move. And speaking of which, Squirtle kind of gets the short end of the stick with me, to be honest, because I just, because Bulbasaur is my number one choice because it's my favourite, like, Pokemon design. And if I don't pick that, Charmander's always next because there isn't a lot of fire types, whereas with water, like I said, Gyarados, Tentacruel, Seaking, there's just more water Pokemon options. Lapras, there's more water type options than fire or grass. So I just, I don't really use Squirtle that much. Although Blastoise is one of the better. It's one of the stronger water type Pokemon, especially in Generation 1. But yeah, I don't really use them all that much. Oh, hi Magikarp. Fucking useless. Pain in the ass to train up, which is why I'm getting one. Which is why I've got one in my team. But yeah, Magikarp. Its evolved Gyarados is amazing, but Magikarp, you have to get him up to level 20. It's a bit of a pain, that's all. I want Krabby. Yeah, Krabby, never used it, but I really like its evolved form's design. I like Kingler's design. Krabby's design pretty nice as well. I think it's a pretty nice looking Pokemon. But yeah, there's just better options than Krabby for water types. Although Kingler is defensively pretty good, but yeah, it's just they're a better water type Pokemon to use. Oh, that reference there, the date line there, that is a reference to Gen 2 when you go into Kanto in the second half of the game. You'll find Misty in this area, who's waiting to meet a date there. So that's kind of a nice reference to old school Gen 2. Gold and silver. But, fuck you, you're dead. Say goodbye to the matchup. Yeah, this Pikachu's really, really useful. Really overpowered. And we get Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss... don't really use it. Its damage is... it is in this version anyway that it's related to the level of the Pokemon that it's used on, which I don't really get. But I'm just not a fan. I don't really use Seismic Toss all that much. There's more stuff to do. There's better moves than Seismic Toss. That's a Nidorino. Hi, dude. Oh god, he's standing up. Yeah, this was always a kind of a bizarre moment in Gen 1 Pokemon. I like how Pikachu's got it back on like he's cowering from behind. Trying to hide from the scary talking Pokemon. Yeah, so... yeah. This I always found weird. Weird that it has a reference to the old film The Fly with Yeah, I find it kind of weird, but whatever. I wonder if his computer can play Crisis on max settings. Although I do like this cutscene. Pikachu's really adorable in this scene. And the music kind of goes all nuts. It's kind of cool. And that's an improvement from the original, because in the original, Bill comes out, but the Pokemon's kind of gone. So it's implied that the Pokemon kind of vaporizes and dies. So it's nice to see that the Pokemon's just fine. Yeah, and in the game, he's pretty much the one who creates the Pokemon box for you to use. Although you only see him in the first 2 gens, I think that's it. But now we got the ticket for the SSN, so that's the place we're going to be going to next, heading across to the SSN. I think I fuck up here. Yeah, so leave, go back in, and then go over to Bill's PC. And what you can have a look at 3 Pokemon. So it talks about in this version it talks about the 3 legendaries. So it talks about Articuno is the first one. Then Zapdos. It tells you where they all are as well. So Articuno is in the Seafoam Islands. Zapdos is in the power plant. And then final one is Moltres. He was in Victory Road, which is kind of cool. In the original Gen 1, you got information on the evolutions. So you got information on Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. That's a nice change, though. Gives you a reason to read it more, I think, because it actually tells you stuff like where they are. So you can at least, if you've never played Gen 1 ever in your fucking life, you can at least find out like where the legendaries are, and that's kind of nice. I like that change. But now we've got to head back, and we've got to head back to Cerulean. Oh look, it's Officer Jenny. I kind of like that they use the anime design again here for the police officer here, which is kind of cool. It's a bad squirrel. Alright. I went to go heal up, so let's head into somebody's house. My god. Look at all this damage. Look at that table, it's fucking knacked. Legs are broke. It broke through the wall. Holy shit. And I can't remember what Pokemon do they use. Alright, let's head through. See if we can find anything. And what we find... Oh, it's a Team Rocket asshole. I'm an innocent bystander. No. Team Rocket, I don't believe you. Alright. Time to face up against Rocket Grunt. And who did all this damage? Raticate? It is kind of nice that the footprints are look similar to what Raticate's to the shape of Raticate's feet here, so that's kind of nice. But I can't think of how a Raticate could create such a massive hole in the wall and wreck a place and wreck the table legs quite so badly. Would have thought he'd be something like a Rhyhorn or something, but whatever. Fuck. And we got TM10, Dig. Really useful move, but it is a useful move in general if you've got a Pokemon that can learn it, but usually you have to go out your way to get a ground type Pokemon like Diglett or whatever, and I think Diglett learns it naturally anyway. So there you go. Yeah, he even says it there, oh, you can have the TM. I'm just going to train my Diglett until level up my Diglett until it learns Dig. But anyway, time for us to move on. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a loss here. Okay, we go down. I remember now. Yeah, we go down. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go down here. And let's get an item. Burn heal. Self-explanatory, really. It's useful to have a supply of those, especially for one of the Cinnabar Island gym in particular. Yeah, here I was like, oh shit. So here we're going to get another... We're actually going to show me catching a Pokemon, because it's going to be a Pokemon that we're going to add for our team. No, not a Jigglypuff. I don't want a Jigglypuff. Oh, you twat. That was so annoying. That's the Pokemon I want. I want a Growlithe. But it spawns just as we're jumping down the ledge. What a piece of shit. There we go. It's so adorable. It's a Growlithe. And this is going to be my fire type for the run. Well, Arcanine is the one that I want. And this is one of the exclusive Pokemon for Let's Go Pikachu. In Let's Go Eevee, you get Vulpix, which isn't, neither of them are bad. I just have always preferred Growlithe / Arcanine's design. Oh, and Butterfree's learning Psybeam. That's really fucking useful for a little while until we get ourselves a Psychic type. Which I do fairly soon, I think. But yeah, there we go. There's our fire type. Can't wait. Love Growlithe. But anyway, that's it for this part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Join me next time for the next part, when we're going to be heading down to the next town, and we're going to be heading on to the SSN. So join me next time for the next part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. See you next time.